News. February is American Heart Month, a time to raise awareness about cardiovascular health, which is the leading cause of death in the U.S. And just hours ago, Cleveland Clinic's annual Love Your Heart survey came out exploring how and what people understand about heart health as we age. Let's send it over to Danita over in Studio B with more. Hi, Danita.
Hi, Dave. Thank you so much. Now, there's some good news. Most people know at least one heart risk factor. They know what it is, whether it be their high blood pressure, family history, obesity, or diet. But according to the new survey, nearly 1 in 4 Americans aren't sure if they're at increased risk for heart disease. So joining me right now is Dr. Nick Ruthmann, a cardiologist at the Cleveland Clinic. And I'm so glad that you're here with me today, doctor, because we got to dig into this survey. So I'm going to say it. And the survey says what?
That a lot of people know that they have risk factors, and a lot of people still have no clue.
Wow. Are you seeing that they want to know about the risk factors? Are you seeing people have an interest, or what, though, if they don't, what's contributing to that?
Right. So the survey that we conducted showed that 70% of people have at least one significant risk factor of having heart disease already happening. They're aware of it. They know that it's there. They're getting treated. They're getting diagnosed. 25% of people, though, 1 in every 4, walking around have no idea if they are carrying a major risk factor for heart disease or not.
Wow. Were there any surprises in this survey for you?
So I think that is not necessarily a surprise.
Okay.
Heart disease is really a silent thing. It's something that usually takes decades, and it's not really developing symptoms until the symptoms become very loud. And so I think that it really reiterates why we're here and celebrating February and really driving home Heart Month and really delivering content and just empowering patients to go out and try to find out what their risk factors are.
Well, one of the things I read in the survey is that people are recognizing that there are things that they can do to, definitely help their heart to be more healthy. Talk about that.
Yes, so a part of the survey was really looking at longevity and how it relates to heart health. We really found that folks are aligning with what we as physicians already believe and feel too, which is just to stay active, to stay alert and mentally sharp, and then just to stay independent. And so those would be the 3 things that I think everybody wishes to have. They don't necessarily want to live to 100 or past 100. They just want to have quality in the life that they have. And I would say stay active, stay moving, and to go and get checked and to go and see what your risk factors are.
Do you think there's a fear around that when it comes to the heart, of the knowledge?
I think there's always a little bit of that happening. I think we would rather just sort of maybe be a bit blinded to maybe what could be happening under the surface. We might know we have family history, we might have a brother or a sister with diabetes, and maybe it's just out of sight, out of mind. But I think there is opportunity here because so many of the things that we could diagnose through just a simple check with your doctor, a little bit of blood work, and a check of blood pressure, we can really impact and modify.
What I think is really good is that Americans are starting to see that longevity is achievable through things. What do you think has contributed to, I would say, this mind shift? Like, what do you think happened?
So I think as we're coming out of the pandemic, people are now starting to really take a little bit more invested time instead of reacting to everything around, to really be proactive and think about how they can move forward in life. And so I think more folks are going to see the physicians, they're going to see their primary care specialist, and they're really kind of focusing on the 3 big bad Bs: their blood pressure, their blood sugar, and their bad cholesterol.
Can you say that one more time, doctor? The big bad Bs. Say it one more time so they can hear it.
All 3 things are vital: checking your blood pressure, checking your blood sugar, and checking your bad cholesterol or your LDL.
Look, you heard it from the doc, the big bad Bs. There's 3 of them. You want to stay away from that. And as I close, what does the clinic want people to understand from the survey? What's the big takeaway here?
I think the big take home is that there are a lot of people out there with risk factors, and there are so many folks out there that just don't know what they don't know. And so to really take February and take this time to reach out, get checked, have that workup, and to see where your risk is, and we can modify it.
We can take care of it. All right. He's a cardiologist, Dr. Nick Ruthmann. We appreciate you being here with us today, giving us this information. He's been here so many times before. He's like almost part-time staff. I mean, he's just as comfortable here. You do a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you have it there, Dave. Got to take care of ourselves. We got to get out there. We got to eat better. We got to exercise and take care of our hearts.
Certainly, I learned a lot with that, and I've been reactive before, but I'll tell you right now, Danita, I'm pretty proactive. I mean, really, I can't stress enough, just like you guys just talked about, you really need to be proactive.
You have to. You have to be in order to stay. Longevity, right? We're going for longevity.
That's right. All right, Danita, great job. Thank you.